Hello and welcome to the Migraine Diaries, a week-by-week account of the making of my game Scotoma and the reason I'm getting a rash under my armpit. That's what I told my GP anyway. He supports me. So, in the last week, I've been doing more mood boards because at the same time as getting into the nuts and bolts of the game with the flowcharts, I want to widen the scope in other areas. The last one I did was a sort of a general overall look to guide the tone of the game, but breaking it down a little further will give other people working on the game more context. I've done ones that relate to the environment, the creatures and the characters. Environment one provides further examples of the building you explore, like I said, prefab, a bit cheap and kind of worn. The kind of place almost everyone has worked in at some point, and one I have seen too much of lately. A lot of these photos come from the place I used to work at that originally inspired the entire setting, and also a few others I've worked in recently. I won't say which because people get pissed off in it. The creature mood board expands the range of inspirations available to whoever is developing concepts. Aside from the aforementioned Aphex Twin, I've brought in examples from artists such as Kan Pekdemir, Araki Nobuyoshi, Masahiro Ito, Sarah Sitkin, Francesco Albano and Trevor Brown. There's also a lot of disturbing and possibly problematic imagery in there, but there are reasons for it, trust me. The character board is to establish an overall impression of the place as filled with a sort of a wide range of workaday normal people. This isn't a workplace stuffed full of models like an American TV series. Many of them have faces like a water-damaged self-portrait, painted in the dark by a cross-eyed spectrophobic with cataracts. So entirely on my level. The challenge will be to make them sympathetic, because unattractive people, of course, are without souls. And this is all a result of the way I choose to work, which I pitch as gather and recondense. You cast the net as far wide as you can, then you pare it down and start the process all over again, eventually, hopefully, honing in on what works. You kind of circle the concept constantly, hoping the orbits you make become smaller and smaller until you arrive at the nucleus of where you need to be. It's a slow process, and if that all sounds pretentious, well, I refute that idea while I sip a full-bodied red wine and eat expensive cheese. Okay, I'm cutting it there. Next week, back to the puzzles. Now, go away.